What is going on, guys? It is a fine, super fine day here in Southwest PA, and in today's episode we are going to be going over the brand new 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan 650s. But before we get into all that, I do want to give a huge shout out to Addison and all the other amazing staff here at Mercedes Motorsports for giving me this opportunity to show you these bikes. They do not have to do that, and that is really awesome that they have given me access to everything at their dealership. Link is in the description. Their social media, the websites, all that fun stuff. If you're in the Pittsburgh area and you're in the market for a motorcycle or Sea-Doo or quad or Can-Am, whatever, go ahead and check them out. But this is the Kawasaki Vulcan 650s, and believe it or not, this was going to be my first motorcycle. Whenever I was in the market for looking for a motorcycle, this was the bike that was actually on my radar for a very, very long time. Speaking of reliability, the engine on this is going to be the same as the Versys, the Vulcan, the Z650, the Ninja, all of that. They all have the same 650 parallel twin engine, but what's really cool that they did is they tuned them all a little bit differently. For example, the Ninja has 67 horsepower at 8,000 RPMs and 48.5 foot-pounds of torque at 6,700 RPMs. This Vulcan has 61 horsepower at 7,500 RPMs and 47 foot-pounds of torque at 6,600 RPMs. The Versys, 68 horsepower at 8,500 RPMs and 47 foot-pounds of torque at 7,000 RPMs. And the Z650, I believe, is the same tuning as the Ninja 650. So that's really cool that they were able to kind of customize each engine a little bit differently, because to be honest with you, you're not going to be riding the Vulcan 650 the same you're going to be riding the Ninja 650. I'm not saying you can't get sporty with it, but you know, generally you're not going to be riding them the same. So it's really cool that they changed the compression and a little fine tunings just to make the bike more adaptable, more comfortable for you as a rider in the riding situations you're going to be riding in. So I think the first thing I want to do is just quickly look over the motorcycle. I'm not going to get into the details yet of it. This is just a very quick walk around of it and what I noticed first. One of the first things that I noticed that I really like about it, I really like the exhaust system. I think it looks nice. I like that it's blacked out or darked out, whatever. It's not like bright and shiny, so it kind of like blends into the rest of the bike, which is really nice. But on the contrary, you kind of have this little bit of silver on the engine. So I think that kind of makes it pop out a little bit nicer. Off the bat, again, the seat is very comfortable. I sat on it just kind of moving it around, and it is a very comfortable seat. It's a cruiser, you know, it's made to be comfortable. Got a nice wide seat. It got this little lip up here that hugs your tailbone and your backside. Very nice, very comfortable bike. Again, just things quickly off the bat, I do notice that it is a single rotor front and single rotor back. Well, you know, I think most of it, like always, it's going to be a single rotor in the rear because you got the sprocket on the other side, but it is a single rotor on the front and all that stuff. Dunlop Sport Max tires, so nice cruising style tires. Probably a very nice cruising tire, a very nice all-weather kind of tire, and things like that. Let's see, anything else off the bat that I like? Actually, one thing I really did like, I noticed whenever I turned on the bike, was I really like how the speedometer is blue, and even the needle for the tachometer, or speedometer, excuse me, that is the tachometer, is blue. I like that. I think it's a nice little look to it. It's a little bit different, and it's simple. The bike is simple. It does have a little bit of technology, which we will get in. This one has ABS, dual throttle valves, the eco mode, things like that. Just very basic, beginner bike stuff, right? And that's what's kind of really nice about beginner bikes. Beginner friendly bikes. I hate calling a bike a beginner bike. It's a beginner friendly bike, meaning it has approachable weight, approachable ergonomics, approachable price. Everything about the bike is approachable, and what's nice is it doesn't overwhelm me with unnecessary technology. Sometimes that can just get a little bit confusing, or the rider can focus on technology or rely too heavy on technology and stuff like that. So this is very minimalist bike, which is nice because it also keeps the cost down on these motorcycles. Again, one of the things for a beginner friendly bike is cost. You don't really want to spend $4,800 on, or $48,000 on a MV Agusta Brutale, which I was looking at over there, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'll have to show you that very soon. Gorgeous bike. I do like the tail end of the bike. I like how you have the rear fender kind of encases the whole tire back there. It does not have the infamous whale tail as all the other ones, because, well, this is a cruiser, so it is a little bit different. LED turn signals, headlights, all that fun stuff. Again, just as you see with all the other newer Kawasaki's, all LEDs, just looks really nice. Looking at the front end of the bike, you have a nice little headlight there. It looks really aesthetically pleasing, and again, we'll turn it on and show you everything like that. But I think what I want to do now is we can just go ahead and get into a little bit more of the specs of this motorcycle. So just a little bit about the engine itself and just other specs. Again, this is their 649cc liquid cooled engine. It is a 4-stroke parallel twin. Again, same engine that you were getting in the Ninja 650, the Versys 650, the Z650, just tuned a little bit different. Remember, this is a nice cruising motorcycle, so it only makes sense that you're going to have more horsepower and torque in the lower power band, right? You don't have to redline this bike to start getting your horsepower and torque unlocked. They give it to you low in the power band, and that's really nice, again, because it is a cruising motorcycle. 61 horsepower at 7,600 RPMs, and 46.3 foot-pounds of torque at 6,600 RPMs. This is a very, very good engine, guys. I'm telling you, I know this from personal experience because I have a Ninja 650 and I put 23,000 miles on it in 3 years, and it has only ever been in the shop for tires, brakes. I do my own oil changes, chain maintenance. Is a 6-speed with positive neutral finder, so this is really cool. I really like this. This is something that I've mentioned before, but your positive neutral finder basically means that if you are an idiot, you will still be able, I'm trying to get it into first, let me rock this, there we are. It means that if you're an idiot, you will still be able to get this bike in first, or out of first into neutral and all that fun stuff. So we're in first gear, you parked your bike, you locked your steering column so nobody steals your stuff, you walk up, oh, this is a cruiser, it's all the way up here, right there, right? I'm not flipping around trying to find neutral, it's right freaking there, which is really nice for new riders. I kind of have my own personal opinion about, you know, a bike being in neutral. I personally only think it should ever be in neutral when you're doing chain maintenance, never at a light, keep it in first, check your mirrors, flash your brakes. That's just me. Just be safe out there, guys. There's so many accidents right now. It's so many accidents. It's very sad, man. It's crazy. So we talked a little bit about technology, and the technology on this bike is very, very modest. There's not a lot of tech going on, which is really nice for multiple reasons for new riders. First, it keeps the cost down because you got to pay for it. Limited technology makes it very much more approachable, especially for new riders. That does not mean that it doesn't have technology or doesn't have good technology. It has what you need. First thing, dual throttle valves. That basically means that it controls the air input in a more smooth, linear way to give you a smoother combustion cycle for better linear engine output. Not choppy, nothing like that. Is very, very smooth. I know, again, because I have one. I have a Ninja 650, same engine, just tuned a little bit differently. You got your eco mode, so basically what that means is when you are riding in the best throttle position, RPMs, engine speed, all that fun stuff, you get a little indicator that flashes or stays on, whatever, and it just says, hey, this is the best riding that you're doing for the best fuel economy, your fuel consumption, right? ABS, you do get ABS on this one. Usually they say right here if they have ABS. This one does. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it does have ABS. And another thing that this bike has that a lot of the new Kawasaki's have is what's called an Ergo Fit situation. Well, it's not called situation, but it's called Ergo Fit. And that basically means that it allows you to change some things to allow the rider to adjust the seat height and all that for ideal riding position. So the chassis can be adjusted through combination of adjustable, interchangeable parts and adjustable positions and things like that. You have a wide range of seats and things like that, as well as changing your foot pegs. I believe you can change the pegs to be in like one of three directions or positions rather. Whenever I was looking at this bike, this was one of the things that they said, and I'm pretty sure you can just quickly change that in and out just to get like the best riding position. Let's see, is there anything that, oh, seat height and weight. I can't believe I totally forgot about that. So seat height comes in at 27.8 inches. It is a very, very low seat height. I'm 32-inch inseam. I can flat foot this bike, obviously, no problem. We'll show that here in a second when I get on the bike. 32-inch inseam for me, easy flat foot. Again, it is 27.8 inches for the seat height. Pretty much anybody can sit on this bike. It's very approachable for shorter riders. Maybe a little bit of an issue getting to the pegs, but again, remember, this is adjustable, so you can swing those pegs back and forth to make it a little bit more comfortable for you. Weight is a little bit on the heavier side. Curb weight of this bike is 498 pounds, excuse me, almost 500 pounds. It is a heavier bike. Has to do a lot with the frame. It's a cruiser, right? It is a bigger bike. Lengthwise, it is longer than like the Ninjas and all that fun stuff. So of course there's going to be a little bit of weight there. I said this before and I really do want to reiterate this. If weight is something that you're worried about, please don't worry about it. It's the biggest thing you have to get over, in my personal opinion. For me, it was the biggest thing I had to get over, but it only took a day or two. Weight is not a big deal, I'm telling you. I mean, you're going to be more scared of dropping it, but weight is not a big deal at all. I'm telling you, you get used to it. Very, very simple, or very, very easy. Color-wise, this is the metallic matte graphite gray with metallic matte graphite gray flat sparkle black. So that's kind of like what this is. This is the graphite gray. This is the black graphite gray and all that. Looks really nice. I like how it's, again, matte. It's not like super, super shiny. It's not flat either. It's kind of like in that little gray area, no pun intended. And it just looks really good. It's an aesthetically pleasing bike. I really like the little red accents with it. You got the red accents on the tank, a little bit on the rear, and of course on the wheels. It's nice. It kind of makes everything pop out a little bit more, and it looks really, really, really nice. And well, in my personal opinion, let's see, anything else I can tell you guys about this? We already talked about the the front end. If I didn't, I will do that here real quick. In the front, the suspension system, at least, you have 41 millimeter telescopic fork with 5.1 inch wheel travel. In the rear, the shock system here, we do have the lay down offset rear shock with linkage and adjustable preload up to 3.2 inches. I can get a little bit closer to show you. Here you can easily adjust the preload again, make the bike more your own, and it's all right here, all easy to access. Your front tire is going to be a 120/70/18, and your rear tire is going to be a 160/60/17. As far as tires go, you do get Dunlop Sportsmax tires, which are not a bad tire. It's a nice cruiser tire. Me personally, I would run these tires and then I would hurry up and swap them with either Bridgestone Battle Axe T32s or Michelin Road 5, Road 6. Both are great tires. I'm a big fan of Bridgestone and Michelin. I really like the Bridgestone Battle Axe T32s. They are great in rain. They are great in ice and snow. Just a really, really, really good tire. Long-lasting tire too, because it is a sports touring tire. As far as brakes and all that fun stuff go, in the front, we do have a single rotor 300 millimeter with twin piston calipers. Again, this one has ABS. You see it right here. If you can see that, I'm not sure. And in the rear, we do have another single rotor 250 millimeter with single piston caliper. I really wish I knew the name of this style of rotor. If you do know what that is, please let me know, because I don't know what it is. I can't remember what it is. It's not pedal. It's not the pedal style. My Ninja has the pedal style where it's like, well, it looks like pedals, right? It looks a little bit rose pedally-y, or so looks good or whatever, but that's for heat dispersion and all that fun stuff. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about before I sit on the bike, show you the cockpit, go over the TFT display and all that? Lights. So this one's a little bit different. I can't turn on the light without the engine actually being on, and excuse me, damn, I don't want to do that yet, but what I can do is turn it on and show you the lights. As far as the front lights go, again, LED lights. You're not getting bulbs or anything like that. A nice bright LED turn signals in the front, and nice turn signals LED in the rear. Let's see, can we get down in here? Yes. Yeah, I love how this looks, man. I really do I do appreciate a cruiser. I wish I just liked riding them. I don't like how the body position is. Again, for me, not a bad bike. It's just not for me, and that's not a big deal, right? But it does look good. You got the little swoop action on the rear light. It looks clean. In a little bit, I will turn the bike on itself to give you like a little bit of a sound check and all that. This is kind of interesting. The horn is way down here. I don't know if I have to bring a light, but the horn is right down here, which is a little bit interesting. Okay. Anything else I want to do? I think I just want to go ahead and swing a leg over this bike to kind of show you what it looks like from the cockpit point of view. So quickly swinging a leg over it, make sure this looks good. Yes, everything looks good. Nice long wide gas tank, very comfortable. Again, we see my leg is, can't really see, my leg is all the way up, my foot is all the way up there. It is a cruiser bike. You can see that the handlebars come out, right? So they're actually coming out towards me, and they're like low, or they're not low, but it's like the styling of the handlebars itself. You do have a assist and slipper clutch on these. So, well, actually, you know what? I don't know if this has slipper clutch. I didn't see it in the technology, so I can't say for sure that it does or does not have a slipper clutch. I will double check that when I get home. But just an overall nice looking bike. It sits very comfortable. Like, I don't feel like the bike is going to get away from me at any point in time. Just a very nice cruising style motorcycle. So again, the seat is a nice wide seat, and it kind of has that little lip thing going on, which is really nice to kind of hold your tailbone and just kind of hold you a little bit tighter. It just feels really nice. Very nice, easy, relaxed riding position as far as your arms go. They're not like super stretched out. A little bit more so than, you know, the Ninja and other sports bikes, but again, it's a cruiser, so that's just how it's going to feel. Super comfortable though. Like, it's like everything is like right here, a little bit wider, so my arms are a little bit wider out. Again, just a cruiser, just kind of how it is. Clutch feels real good, brakes feel real good. Very simple display, as we mentioned before. I really like the blue in here, and I can kind of show you a little bit of this. So there's not a lot going on here. Again, I do like how the speedometer or the tachometer needle is blue. I think that looks really nice. To cycle through this bike, so it's very minimalistic, right? You got your indicator, your odometer, oil light rather, and miles. This thing has 0 miles on it too. That is crazy. Again, Mercedes Motorsports, this one's in North for sales. Go ahead and pick this up. But to cycle through everything, we're just going to toggle this button right here, and you can see that changes this a little bit. So we got trip A, trip B, your miles UPS gallon, average miles UPS gallon, your range, and all that. And that button does nothing that I personally know of, but that's it. Like, there's not a lot going on. Red line's at 9.5 all the way up to 12,000 RPMs. So very nice, simple display. And I really like how the bike looks. Like, I would like to cruise on this. I can easily see cruising on this bike longer distances. It's comfortable. It's heavier, which actually is nice. If I'm being honest, if you are taking a bike on a long haul, you don't want a light bike. It's going to get blown in the wind. It's going to get blown by trucks on interstates, just things like that. But this is just a nice middleweight cruising motorcycle, and that's what I would call this. I would definitely call this middleweight cruising. The mirrors seem okay. I'm probably getting about 50% presentation in the back, which isn't bad. These mirrors I probably would upgrade. That's just me personally. I don't know if I would do the little bar end mirrors or something, because yeah, I don't know. It just seems like the presentation is a little off. Maybe they just need adjusted. They probably just need adjusted, to be completely honest with you. So not a big deal at all. Let's see, anything else I want to show you guys? Because I don't think that there is. I think the next thing is just to sit on the bike and kind of show you what it looks like, and wrap this video up. Do a sound check and then call it a day. What do you think? All right, guys, so the next thing I want to do, or rather the last thing I want to do, is I just want to sit on the bike to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. Again, I'm about 32-inch inseam, and the seat height on this, what did I say it was? 27 inches, 28 inches. I'll put it right up here on the screen. Very low seat height. Again, it's a cruiser, so just throwing a leg over the bike, super easy. I can flat foot the bike, no problem. The weight, it's like almost 500 pounds like we discussed earlier, but it doesn't feel like the bike is going to get away from me at any point in time. Very centered, actually. It feels very centered. Cruisers in general have their weight more low because they're a lower motorcycle, right? So very low weight distribution, feels very solid. The seat again is so freaking comfortable, man. I wish I had this on my 650 Ninja. Like, that is a very nice seat. I can see how this would be very comfortable for long rides. Again, feet position, so this is just on the peg itself. This is on the rear brake. I can't show you that side, but same difference. Feet are semi-forward. Well, they're forward. You can say that they're forward with forward handlebars. Pretty relaxed, actually, really relaxed. Just a very comfortable motorcycle, if I'm being completely honest. I really like how big the tank is, and that's obviously really nice for long rides. Again, the theme of this motorcycle, cruising. You're chilling, you're taking longer rides. I can tell you right off the bat that this would be a nice, comfortable bike to do some runs. Are there better bikes out there in the Kawasaki world for that? Yeah, this is a beginner-friendly motorcycle for cruisers. This is designed to get a new rider into the cruising style, if that's what they want to do. I mean, to be honest with you, you could get this bike, ride it, and be like, it's not for me, and that's fine. That's why I really think it's important to take an MSF course and try and figure out exactly what you want, because again, this was the bike I was going to get, and when I took my MSF course and I rode a cruiser, it's just not for me. Now, I do like cruisers that have the long floorboards, like the Indian Pursuit and those real big bikes like that. I love that motorcycle. That was such an amazing motorcycle. But again, that doesn't make it a bad bike. It just makes it a bike not for me. Could be your bike. Again, very nice, very easy, lightweight, relaxed body position, forward feeding position, little under 500 pounds. Cruising, man. Nice cruising bike. Brakes, levers, all that, easy to work. Nice easy clutch. The mirrors again are the only weird little thing about it that I don't know if I like. I think I would change the mirrors, and I know what you're thinking. Holy crap! Because I always talk trash on people changing their mirrors, you know, just because they put those stupid stealth mirrors on. I don't understand why people put stealth mirrors on a MT-03. I just don't understand it, or on any like motorcycle really. But you know, hey, that's not my position or whatever. But I probably would change the mirrors. I think bar end mirrors might look really nice on this. Cruising, man, really nice bike. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is just do a very quick sound check. It's not going to be super impressive. Again, this is stock exhaust system and all that. Again, I do like the exhaust on it though. I like how it's kind of blacked out to the rest of the bike. You got a little bit of silver here on the head, and just enough to kind of make things pop out a little bit. Again, one thing I did notice is you do have a real nice thick foot peg, as compared to maybe, I hate comparing it to the Ninja 650, but hey, same engine, right? So I'm kind of like in the right, but it is a little bit of a bigger peg for your foot. So it is nice and comfortable. Again, forward position and all that. So I think what I want to do next is I'm just going to turn the bike on, and we'll do a quick walk around and wrap up the video and call it a day. All right, let's go ahead and turn this guy on, give you a quick little sound check on it. Well guys, that is going to wrap it up for me on this video. Again, link in the description to Mercedes Motorsports. They're quickly becoming Pittsburgh's #1 power sports dealership. If you're in the area or you're looking for two wheels, or you want to see what they have because you want to see something on the channel, go ahead and check them out. Best thing to do, again, is just like, share, subscribe. Turn on the notification bell is the absolute best way, because then you can participate in the community tab and all that fun stuff, and we can just kind of get it going and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that is it for me. Somebody asked me to do a walk around of the whole entire dealership, so I think that is what I'm about to do next. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, participate in the community tab, and I will see you in the next one.